What's up, everybody? You're listening to Podcastrophe. You can find us by searching Podcastrophe on all of your favorite podcasting platforms like Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, and more. You can also find us at JourneyIntoComics.com. We drop a new episode every single Thursday. Be sure to subscribe to Podcastrophe to get the show and exclusive content. We record each episode live every Tuesday around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and you can watch that on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just follow Podcastrophe on any of those platforms, and be sure to chat with us. Also, be sure to check out the Journey into Comics Network and all of its amazing shows. Now, on with the show!
The following Journey into Comics.
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 Journey into Comics
Network. Production.
Who's ready for Huggies?
Warning, Podcastrophe imminent.
This is Podcastrophe with Nick and Tyler, and we're coming at you with a fistful of heritage on a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcastrophe!
Like it, love it, yee! What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Podcastrophe, episode 109. I'm your host, Dick. I got my temporary co-host back.
What up, everyone?
I'm gonna stop saying temporary co-host. You're just like a co-host now.
I'm a co-host.
You're like co-host for life if you ever want to be.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, shucks.
I'm sure Tyler won't give a shit.
For life, if it's okay with you.
For life. For lifeful.
A large commitment if you feel like it.
And you just heard him. We got Mr. Mike Chips.
My troops.
Mike Chips, Mike Smith.
Howdy.
Hey, it's about time I got you on this show.
Yeah.
I think I've been trying to get at least you two on this show.
Like you two? The band?
No, fuck that.
No.
I ain't about that.
In the name of love.
Oh, God damn it.
But no, I got both of you guys. I know I've had a couple other chips on, like you and Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah, that was like the
And-
only other chip.
Yeah, the only other chip. I think Chris was on when he was in the band.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I think Chris made an appearance on the show.
Now he's an
Wasn't it
ex-chip.
for Cardor, though?
No.
Was that before they put their CD
Oh
on?
man, I feel like he was here. No, because Chris was here during Drunk Catastrophe, I think. And yeah,
That was like Drunk Catastrophe 2, right?
yeah. And
I was
you
on the first
weren't
one.
here for that.
I think I had something going on.
I think we're gonna try to do another one
Ooh.
over Christmas, same time we typically do it. Even though we keep saying we're gonna do more of them, it's just turned into a yearly thing rather than a whenever the hell we can do it thing. But
I'm into it.
I am too.
I'd be down.
I'm down.
I like me some Podcastrophe. I like some drinking, so boom.
Me too.
Speaking of drinking, oh, hello, beer.
Ah, yeah. He's you heard it here first, folks. He is broken Edge.
Oh, it's been a while.
He
It
left
didn't last that long.
he left Edge completely behind.
It's October now, though.
That's true. I mean, technically I'm all
Sober
right.
October. Not doing sober October. I've been tempted to do it now that I know that's a thing. Like, cause like I don't know. I listen to Joe Rogan. I listen to sober October. You just don't get high. You don't drink. Nothing. You just I guess.
How am I gonna shoot heroin in October?
I guess you just detoxify. You detoxify and try to. I don't know. A lot of people use it as like a way to like get rid of their tolerance and just start up again.
Yeah, it'll do it.
Sneezes.
Seems like Oktoberfest would not be the best time of year to
No.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
throw that in, but
No. I don't know. Some people just want to watch the world burn.
it's like having Lent for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh God, that sounds terrible.
Depending on what you give up for Lent.
Turkey.
A lot of people give up food because it's easy. It's like, why don't you give up something hard, like something you like? I mean,
Yeah.
I like food, but
I give up life goals.
Still life goals.
Still working that too. Doing real good with lit.
Do you remember that fucking movie, 40 Days and 40 Nights, where the dude gives up sex and all kinds of shit, like sex-related things for Lent?
Oh yeah.
He's like, I can do it. I can do it. What was that guy's name? I can't even fucking remember his name, but that was a funny ass movie.
I think I've seen that, but it's been a long time.
It's like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that string of early 2000s comedies.
Yeah, I had that one chick from A Knight's Tale. I can't remember her name.
Yes.
But yeah, like he falls in love with a chick like part of the way through his like 40 days thing, and it's like he can't fuck her. And she's like, "Is it me?"
Then hilarity ensues.
The
2000s.
We're all
Speaking
out
of that, so-
American Pie movies. Here's that
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Here's this.
all the fucking so hilarity ensues. That reminds me. So I was talking to Brandon Stone the other day in a little group chat we have at work. So side note, work has been like total shit. They sent us home before half day Monday.
I saw something about
our
that.
Emergency shutdown. I'm not really supposed to talk about it, but whatever. I'm not going to say any details. I guess a company got hacked. And because of that happening, they couldn't give us parts.
Oh.
So we just shut down.
I saw something about that.
Now all of China knows.
Yep.
Damn it.
Fuck. But yeah, so then they canceled second shift that night. And then I wake up at about 12:30 Tuesday morning, and they're like, "Hey, first shift's canceled." I'm like, "Oh, that's really awesome. I thought I was gonna like catch up this paycheck."
Actually make some money.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna actually, maybe not have to take whatever I put into my savings account directly out.
Yeah.
Not happening this time. But
Don't you love that?
we went into work today finally, thankfully. It wasn't looking too hot because second shift went in last night, and they went home at lunch, which is 8:40. So they at least, and they didn't run any cars. I was like, that's fantastic. So we ran 280 cars today, which kind of bummed me out because I thought we were going to have a 10-hour day, get a little overtime. Alas, we did not. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So we were talking in our group chat. I was like, man, because to cover yesterday, I used my last PTO day. I was like, well, I gotta get paid somehow.
Yeah, get some sort of money.
I guess if I need to call in, I'm just gonna have to fucking call in and not make money. But yeah, so I used my last PTO day, and I told the people in our group chat, I'm like, well, just use the last of my PTO days to cover today. If we miss any more days, I guess I'm just fucked, and I'm going to have to go seek out the Mexican cartel and start hauling drugs around in my ass.
Good way to make money.
And Brandon, of course, says, I'll fucking read it. It's some good shit. Some really good shit. I might get to bring out an oldie voice. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I used my last PTO for today, so I guess I'll just start muling for a cartel. Brandon says, maybe if we both do it, we can sell our story to Seth Rogen and James Franco. I said, dude, yeah, that would be pretty neat. So I put like a synopsis. Our automotive company got hacked and wouldn't let us work, so we used all our vacation time, and it wasn't enough. So we sought out the Mexican cartel and started hauling drugs around in our asses. Brandon goes, let the antics ensue.
Then hilarity ensues.
Seth Rogen, fuck yeah, I'll play Brando. James Franco, oh man, I wanted to be Brando, but I guess I'll be Blaine. But I'm gonna do it as Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, hi, Brad.
I said we're gonna make so much off writing and producer royalties. Brando, why the fuck did you get the biggest pimped out car anyways? Blaine, what? It is great car. Carry big family. Big American family. Yeah, that's it. End story.
Oh, I love me some Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've fucked around with that voice, so it was probably a little rusty. Hi, Dave.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Mark. I didn't.
Nah.
I did not.
So, oh man, I gotta go back to that. Brandon basically made a picture of James Franco Tommy Wiseau with my chops.
Oh my god, it was kind of like Lemmy.
So like,
For real.
so like that would just be fantastic if that movie gets made. I don't even care if I get paid for it.
You probably won't.
Make that fucking movie and get James Franco Tommy Wiseau.
Straight to Netflix.
Yeah.
Straight to Tubi.
Yeah, do you remember it wasn't The Dictator, The Interview?
Yes.
How like they're like if, North Korea's like, if this movie gets played in theaters, we will nuke you. And so they're like, all right, we'll throw it up on YouTube.
Yeah. And I watched it, and I didn't think it was that great.
It was okay. It had its moments.
There-
I'm one of the people that actually bought it on YouTube, so I can watch it anytime on YouTube.
Ooh.
I rented it.
I bought it, but then it went to Netflix, and I'm like, cool, really cool. And it wasn't even long after. I'm like, that's just great.
Yeah.
Thanks. So what have you guys been up to?
Not a whole lot. Just, I'm just kicking it.
Duding in some dungeons.
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit. We did some last weekend, and now this weekend we're doing some more dungeons and
Dudes
dudesing.
and dudesing in some dungeons.
And we got a sweet new theme song.
Yes, you
Pretty
do.
fucking badass by
Fucking Tucker, man.
fucking Tucker.
I love Tucker.
Tucker's great.
I've never talked to him that much, but like I fucking love that guy. So shout out Tucker.
Shout out Throne of Iron.
Yeah, Throne of Iron. Croteen.
Croteen.
Was
Oh,
the
man.
shit. I fucking love Croteen so much.
I think the first time I saw them, Mike and I went, it was at the Doom Room, and Mike was debating on bringing eggs. I remember.
Eggs.
Yeah, remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, they played twice at the Doom Room. Once in the basement, once on the tree stage.
Yeah.
I remember on the tree, during the tree stage, it was for field day, and they had like a fucking barbell out there, and they're like, everybody do deadlifts during our set.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had that in the basement, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Had it right in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
They also had
Dangerous.
doing like a case race, and I grabbed one of those beers, and it was
Yeah.
warm. Like, it was like hot. It wasn't warm, it was hot. I'm like, ooh, nice hot beer.
Not what you want to be consuming.
I think I broke my glasses in that pit. In
Which
the
one?
basement.
The basement pit? Oh, God.
That's unfortunate.
I think you did, yeah.
God, do you guys know the story? If I remember right, do you guys know the story behind Croteen? Besides it being an Always Sunny themed band.
No, I just know it's about Always Sunny.
No, apparently Tucker and Nico got together, wrote this entire 10-minute album in 9 hours. Recorded it. I mean, part of writing was also the time, just also recording it. It's a 9-hour fucking project, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's
It
great.
was fucking heavy.
I loved it.
Yeah. Speaking of love, Zildjian loves us,
Zildjian!
and we love Zibby.
I love you, Zibby. So, Mike, how have you been?
Yeah, how you been?
Pretty good. I've been on vacation. This is my second week.
Damn.
Probably 2 weeks.
He says, "Hi, Nick. I love you." I'm not Nick.
None of us are Nick.
None of us are Nick.
I'm Dick.
Go back to Mulberry. Wait, you're probably already there.
Oh man. So, Mike, there is a drastic difference between our band this year and our band last year. We've
that is
true.
been in
Get
the
on
same
this.
random band 2 years in a row now, and there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Like, well, for one, I'm regretting picking guitar over vocals this time because I have no idea. Like, I get in there and I'm just like, what do I do?
I'm pretty lost.
Yeah.
Well, so far. I think because last year we started writing songs like right off the bat. And
Yeah.
I think that's what I was anticipating.
Same.
So, because my my writing process is either I have to have the song and then write to that,
Yeah.
or I write the entire thing with all parts and everything.
Yeah, I understand that.
So
It's true.
Yeah, I went into this thinking, okay, Dana says he sucks at guitar. I was like, sweet, somebody on my level. I get there, and he can play fucking laps around me, and I'm like,
he can.
and he's, yeah, you suck.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I
he can really play.
Yeah, he really can. He is fucking good, and he's just all over the place with it. He can do anything, and he's like, "Oh yeah, check this out. You follow? You see what I did there? See?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can visually see you doing things, but I have no idea.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. It sounds fucking awesome. What am I gonna do with that?" So I don't know. I am just.
Dude,
just strumming, and it's just like,
Just
all
Sid
right.
Vicious it, man. Just turn your guitar all the way down.
Yeah.
And fucking go get weird.
Might have to. I don't know. That might just be all of us, because we might not have a song
So
ready.
quiet.
We might not have a song ready by the time, because
I'm really not sure.
yeah, it's rough. I mean, our bass player hasn't showed up once.
That's a big part of it, is we haven't been able to get together much either.
Mm-hmm. Our schedules are super conflicting.
Yeah.
I rode down with Ryan. He gave me a ride Sunday, and that was pretty cool. So big
Ryan's a good guy. I like
big
Ryan.
shout out to him. I sat and chatted with him the whole time.
Ryan's a good guy. I like Ryan a
he's
lot.
good dude to talk to. I was really one thing I hate about being stuck in a car I don't normally hang out with is awkward silence and weirdness, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. I like Ryan.
Yeah.
My band is going way differently than I thought it would. Because when I first heard about it, I'm like, oh, God.
I hear you guys are kicking some ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy to like toot my own horn, but like it sounded really good. Like all the stuff they've written sounds really good.
We don't even have a name.
We do. I don't want to talk about the name.
We talked about a few names, and I heard your name.
I don't want to talk about the name.
I think we stole your backup name.
What?
We brought up, Ryan brought up Against All Odds, and I brought up Defeats the Porpoise.
Both those. I pitched those both to my random band. Use them. They need to be used.
We've
Use
had
them.
those in our back pocket for a long time.
Defeats the Porpoise, man. I forgot about that one.
Just gotta be the right time.
I know I got a few band names that one was basically given to me by a friend. It's called Lethargic Boner.
It's not bad. I like that one.
All right.
And then there's one I came up with years ago, and I've wanted to use it so bad. I want to use the name Beyond Repair. I love it.
It's not a bad name.
I love it.
It's kind of new metal-y.
It sounds
That's
like,
me.
sounds like my last vehicle.
Yeah.
Beyond Repair.
It's very new metal-y. It's very metalcore-y, which is me. Like I listen to both of those things, or at least new metal influenced things. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a big Slipknot, and I used to love Mudvayne and all that shit. But yeah,
I can dig some new metal. Mostly Deftones. But I was super into like POD.
Yeah, Mike was
Oh,
super
yeah.
into POD.
I never got into POD except for like the hits on the radio. But
It helps when you go to a Christian school.
yeah,
And they're like, hey, look,
it's a Christian
there's a band.
playing
It's like-
playing that stuff that we're supposed to be calling devil music. They're playing it for God.
For Jesus.
Playing this shit for Jesus. I mean, oops, that poop.
When you're in the middle of a mosh pit, and you're like, man, what if I was doing this for the Lord?
That was moshing for the Lord. I have a funny story about moshing for the Lord. Mike was
yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? It was Sacred. Was it Sacred Grounds?
Yeah.
Sacred Grounds Coffee
Oh,
Shop.
boy.
Back in high school, there was. It
I can't remember
was.
what they were called.
I don't. They were.
I remember the name Sacred Grounds. I never went there, but
We went to a show. I mean, Mike was there at the show. We didn't go together.
Uh-huh.
We knew each other, but not like very well.
Yeah.
the first band, I don't remember their name.
Haste the Day.
I think it was that show. Wasn't it? Was it Haste the Day?
No, it was Gwen Stacy. But I also saw Haste the Day downtown.
Downtown Records.
Yeah.
But the first band that played, like the guy comes up there and he's like, "You guys having a good time?" We're like, okay, I mean, yeah, it's kind of crowded. But he's like, "Remember, we're here for one reason, and that's to praise Christ." And I lost it. I was like, "What?"
It was Praise Corps.
Praise Corps.
That's what they called it.
I remember I went to Center Stage in Kokomo and saw August Burns Red. I went there with Maxon, and I remember one of the band, like it was the Contortionist, a couple other bands, and then August Burns Red. And I remember like just watching one of the bands, and just out of nowhere, music's playing, like, it's just like that kind of music that you can talk over, talk to the crowd over. And he's sitting there talking, and then out of nowhere, he just busts into fucking full sermon. Full, like, 3 to 5 minute sermon. And I'm like, oh, yeah, August Burns Red is kind of Christian-ish. August Burns Red kicked ass, so whatever.
Right.
So the Contortionist.
I went to a show with one of me and Mike's buddies.
Yeah.
And he's a big fan of this band. What's the name of it?
Is it Disciple?
Disciple, yeah, it was Disciple, which is a Christian band. Mm-hmm. And I went with him because it was they played at the theater. I'm like, I'll go with you, man. And it wasn't terrible. And then like halfway during their set, they all leave, and the like lead singer comes out and starts like for 45 minutes goes like some like a sermon. And I'm sitting, everyone's like, holding hands, and I'm like, can we get back to music? And then like the guitar player walked out about halfway through. I'm like, oh sweet, they're gonna play another song. And he's just sitting there and tuned, and then watched him. And another 20 minutes after that, bass player comes out. I'm like, all right, sweet, finally, we're gonna get some music.
That's just when you start crowd killing.
Yes. Open this fucking pit up.
Throwing arms.
The band wasn't awful, but it's like, all right, I get it, but
yeah,
I'm here for a show, not to.
Exactly. That almost makes me think that's what I saw at August Burns Red. I couldn't tell you though. That was 5 years ago, roughly. Yeah. Yeah, that was a night.
Christian.
Yeah, yeah, they are. It's not exactly at the forefront of like their lyrics or anything, but I know their singer's Christian and
similar to Under Oath back in the day.
Yeah.
Before they started saying the F word.
Oh man,
they say the F word.
As LA Dying's Christian or was Christian. I don't think they are now.
Do they say the F word?
Before they started murdering their wives.
Hiring people.
Soliciting of murder. Solicitation of murder.
Allegedly.
No, he did it. Fucking did it.
No, that motherfucker did it.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still a big As LA Dying fan. Still a big Tim Lambesis fan. I constantly feel like I'm talking at a wall when I'm trying to defend not his actions but him now. Yeah. It's weird because like I'm one of those people that I guess it doesn't apply to all situations, but like, we as a society, I've said this on a couple comments recently. We as a society have so there's a sentence given, and they're supposed to go in, serve their time, come out supposedly rehabilitated. We are supposed to trust that the system works and they are rehabilitated. So he does his time, gets out on good behavior early, because also his time served as in house arrest counted towards his sentence. So, and then he gets out and everybody's like, what the fuck, he's out? It's like, yeah, he served his time.
Yeah.
He served his time. He went like a whole year without saying anything to anybody, just stayed off the grid, stayed out of people's lives. The only thing he said to people or members of As LA Dying was like, hey, I'm out. If you would like to talk sometime, I am here to talk. I would like to talk. But I'm not going to push it. So eventually they started talking, and he's like, look, I know what I did was wrong. I'm doing everything I can to push forward in life and make up for what I've done.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and you know, I think over time, it's like your actions will tell if you're being sincere or not, and so far his have been. So that's why I stay with that band. Plus, their new CD is just fucking awesome. I can't stop listening to it.
Nice. Speaking of like serving time, did you hear about that? No, yeah, I'm going to jail. No, did you hear about that police officer that they finally sentenced that police officer that shot that guy in his own house, his own apartment?
I thought I was in my apartment.
Did you hear about that?
Shut the fuck up.
I think it was like earlier this year. I think.
Yeah,
She went to the wrong. She went to her apartment complex, got confused, and went to the wrong floor, and like went into someone else's house, thinking it was her house, and shot and killed a guy who was sitting on his couch eating ice cream.
It's also been reported that she had issues with this particular person.
Really? I didn't see that part. Yeah.
She had complained to their landlord or something about it, I guess.
And she accidentally went into his apartment?
And shot him.
That's quite a problem you have there.
But they finally convicted her of murder, which that's life. It's not manslaughter. I think she deserves it.
Honestly, yeah. I'm sorry, you can't hide behind your badge all the time.
Exactly. I agree.
I mean, I'm not against cops, but
I'm not really either.
Come on.
Like, I know I'm supposed to be pretty punk rock, but I'm not like fully against cops.
Do you remember like 5 years ago when that one cop ran a red light and then immediately hit a sheriff's car?
No.
LPD runs a red light and hits a sheriff's car.
That's karma right there.
Not like one of these, like where it's a cop's going through the intersection and the other cop hits him.
T-bone.
No, it was straight up
Like head on?
like some shit like that, like stupid. Like what the fuck? You know what happened? Nothing.
Of course. Yeah.
Nothing happened. Just like nothing happened with that fucking state trooper that murdered that dude in the middle of nowhere, Crawfordsville.
Yeah, like by North Montgomery.
Yeah,
They have too much power sometimes.
they do. Way too much.
But I'm really not against cops. But
absolutely not.
I think there's quite a bit of them that do not deserve to have a badge.
Right?
No, not at all.
Like, it's all cool until you get pulled over, and then you're like, well, I hope this guy's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I hope this one's not a dick.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
I hope this
I've
one
never.
doesn't make me get out of the car for no reason.
Right.
Like, I hope I don't do anything weird.
Right, yeah. Something to make them slightly uncomfortable.
Or something
and then...
that they deem as weird.
And we're white.
I know.
Exactly.
I know.
Like, I
So
get
was that guy
uncomfortable
that got
around
murdered.
them, and I'm white. Like, look at these.
Yeah.
Like,
One might say the whitest.
it's like, I can't imagine, like, what it's like
Oh shit.
for other races.
Wow. Thanks, Nick.
What?
So he says, "Hi, Nick. I love you." And I was like, "Nick's not. None of us are Nick." And he goes, "It says Nick's Maxon is watching. You fucks." Nick says it was an accident. So Nick was accidentally watching us. Thanks.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate
Like,
it.
I
Love your
accidentally
support, pal.
was watching Brews with Dudes at one time.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I accidentally clicked on the video and opened it, and then I was like, oh. And they're like, oh, look, Mike's watching.
Like, now I have to.
I was like, oh, hey. I said, I'm here by accident. I saw a lady.
I remember that. I saw a lady.
Didn't we have like a full blown conversation with you? Wait, no, wait. Didn't we call you once on the show?
Yeah, Dave did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened.
We have too much. We have too much fun with these podcasts.
I'm excited. I like all these podcasts. I'm excited to do more podcasts. I think I know I've been talking about it for a while, but I think soon my new podcast will debut.
Yeah, you kind of told me that you got something for me.
Yeah, I got a little something for you.
And you're gonna have to tell me some details about it off air, so I know what to do. But
Just
you know,
fart sounds.
just
and
fart
lasers.
sounds. Fart sounds and what?
And lasers.
Lasers. Okay. Ultimate lasers.
Laser farts.
Yeah, laser farts.
Laser fart.
Pew!
It doesn't sear or like cause any scoring or nothing. It just
Nope.
farts.
It just
It's
causes
a fart
farts.
It just causes fart noise.
Fart lasers.
God damn it.
Pink Floyd concert.
Exactly like a big flick.
I'm supposed to talk about something on the show tonight, and I can't remember.
Is it farts? Because we got that one covered.
I might be able to see what I was supposed to talk about if I ask somebody.
Better ask somebody.
I feel like these lights are just catching every eyebrow out of place that I have. And I just keep seeing them like a fuzzy haze.
Fuzzy haze. Fuzzy haze!
Yeah, I need to get like some kind of screen over that or something. It's really bright.
Yeah, that's really... Ow. Don't look at
No,
it.
I did it. I did it too, Dave.
You know, it looks good on there.
Yeah, it's nice and shiny.
Yeah.
Really lights these bad boys up.
Mike, you were out. Were you out in the sun last week?
Yeah, and I got sunburn really bad on my knees.
Ooh.
And that's gone. But it was like the whole right. This is the left side of my face. The whole left side of my face got sunburned. I looked like Two-Face for like 3 days.
Yeah, it's one side all red.
Yeah, like my first day of vacation. Boom, sunburn.
Sunburn.
Where'd you go?
I went up to LaPorte.
Okay.
It's about 10 minutes away from Michigan City,
Yeah.
over by in like Lake Michigan. We stayed at this little
Checks out.
lake house for like a week.
Very
Good
nice.
time.
I'd like to do something like that.
And I watched his dog.
Nice.
Just like walk out
Nice.
the back, and there's a lake.
I'd like to take the family up there sometime. That'd be fun.
Did you catch any fish?
I did. It was mostly bluegill.
Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
A lot of bluegill.
I haven't been fishing in forever.
I think the last time I was fishing, I caught bluegill.
Me too, actually. Now I think about it.
Tennessee.
My old man got a couple largemouth, but I just got bluegill. Like all day long.
Now-
I got this hat.
I saw that hat. It's a fancy hat.
Nice.
Mike's a professional
Representing.
fisherman.
It's,
Sponsored.
Bass Pro Shop, and just bought a bunch of hats. It's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing here. Look, I got a hat.
I can fish.
Fisherman hat.
And then the real fishermen wearing those like full, like 360 like fisherman hats. or, like,
Tactical fisherman hats.
tactical fisherman hats. Yeah. Episode title. It's like, and they're just like looking at you like, you don't know how to fish, you fucking liar.
There's like 10
Fuck you, kid, in your
aisles
bullshit hat.
of just lures. I'm like, yeah, where's the hats?
I don't need this shit. Let's go to the hats.
Give me that lure that looks like a squid.
Like, yeah, I went to the gas station. I got some night crawlers. Where's the hats? It's like, I don't need all this plastic.
Just need some worms and a hat.
I want some real bait, okay? It's like, I'm fishing off of, like, a back deck. Like, I don't need a lure.
Yeah, you're not going out in the, you're not going out in the shit.
Like,
You're not in the lake.
I can see the other side of the lake from where I'm standing. Like, we'll be good.
Just give me a worm.
I got sunburned because I went out in a canoe, and there was just no cloud cover out there.
The sun reflects right off the
And
water.
I spent like the entire time just trying to like fix the tackle as we just drifted across the lake. Wasn't a lot of fishing out there. Good time though.
Sounds like a good time, though. I hung out at your house and slept with your dog, which sounds way grosser than...
Yeah,
The dog's adorable. She would not leave me alone.
I've seen. Beautiful dog. Beautiful dog.
She would not leave me alone.
Yeah,
She's-
she doesn't.
The first night she did. The first night she didn't go anywhere near me. Like, she didn't sleep next to me or anything. I'm like, is it good? And the next day when I came over from work, she's like, oh my God, I've missed you. I'd be sitting on the couch, and she would get right up next to me,
Oh, yeah.
and just stare like eye to eye. I would try to watch TV, and she's like, a little tongue would come out as bleh. I'm like, what are you doing,
That's
dog?
her. Did you hear my neighbors yelling at each other Wednesday night?
No.
The guy that lives right across the street from us, just a lot of people don't like him, and as they drive by our house, they let him know. And, apparently,
We don't like you.
apparently he was out yelling at some teenagers the other night, and my next door neighbor stepped out and was like, "Hey, shut up."
Shut up.
Everyone's trying to go to bed. We can all hear you.
just shut up. No, I didn't hear that. Wednesday was the day I woke up and something was up in my stomach and I wasn't feeling the greatest.
Yeah.
And I ended up spending most of the morning in your bathroom. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna call off work. And I slept on your couch and watched The Office.
It's a good couch.
Solid day.
Yeah. Until about 4 or 5, I got up, went downstairs, and Daisy she'd look at me and then she'd look at the leash. She'd look at me and look at the leash. And she'd get real close to it and be like, hey, huh? So I went and took her for a walk. I'm like, I don't know where to go. So we walked around the neighborhood, just around the block. I'm like, should I go again? But halfway back to the house, she started slowing down. I'm like, little legs. So we went back to the house.
I'm sad that I missed seeing you walk my tiny little dog.
In a pink leash. It was a pink leash.
Yeah.
Me walking this little beagle.
Nice.
Some little kid came up to the window. Was like, I like your dog. I'm like, thanks. I didn't want to explain to be awkward. Well, it's not my dog.
It's not mine. I found it. You can have it, I guess.
You can have it. Here's this dog. What are you doing, Dick?
Grabbing another drink.
This s'mores is pretty delicious.
It smells good.
You gonna try something?
It's not something you can. Well, I don't want to get you sick.
Oh, that's right. You're sick.
Sick of living.
How
in
old is this
America.
s'mores? S'mores has got to be a year old at this
I
point.
think so. They've had it for. It's 10%.
I had a lot of s'mores last week.
S'more what?
S'mores. Made a little campfire.
Nick Maxon, if you're still watching, when did the s'mores come out? 'Cause I don't
You
remember.
campfire and ate a bunch of s'mores by yourself?
Huh? No, I mean the rest of the family had some.
Oh.
It's mostly me though.
God damn, when did that come out?
I had some s'mores with Mike at the Shakedown. It was quite lovely.
Oh God. Has that story been on here?
I'm pretty sure I've told that story. I've
It's
told
actually
the Tit Witch story.
it's the Tit Witch.
Legend of the Tit Witch.
Yeah, Legend of the Tit Witch.
That's on an episode that hasn't aired yet.
Oh, really?
It's just backlog. So I mean, if you want to tell it, you can tell it.
Well, since Mike's here, Mike tells it the best.
I remember you started telling me the story of the Shakedown, and then Mike walks up. He's like, he's gonna finish this.
Mike tells it the best. Like, this just happened last night.
I just
Yeah, you said
probably can't remember it as well as I did.
you said Mike tells it the best, like it's a story that's been told for years.
It happened the night before.
Yeah, literally the night before. Probably less than
I
12
probably told
hours
it to
before.
another person.
It's like, ooh, Mike's got it. But yeah, it was at the Shakedown, which is a lovely event. You were there
Yes,
just for one night.
one night.
But we were at the Shakedown, and it was Friday night, and the bands had played.
Friday
and we're
night.
over by the fire, and Dave, that's me. I'm Dave.
You are Dave.
I maybe enjoyed myself a little too much. I imbibed.
You partook.
I partook of the tasty beverages,
Also known as beer
beer and bourbon, but
and bourbon.
it was claws and bourbon. Let's be fair, it was White Claws and 90 proof bourbon. But anyways, we're sitting by the fire, and there's this random chick. She's like, "Who wants s'mores?" And Mike and I are like, "Fuck yeah, s'more it up."
Yeah.
And so we're here s'moring, and all of a sudden we hear like this like yelling, and like out of the darkness, just like bursting out of the woods, is this like being just bursts out, and it's this chick who's she's topless, just not wearing a shirt, and just screaming about something, like hitting some dude. I think she's like hitting her boyfriend or whatever he was.
Yeah, just some. Like, I'm standing there. I just got my marshmallow ready to go. I'm getting my graham cracker and my chocolate, and I look up, and just this topless, like, crazy lady comes just out of the black.
Out of the abyss.
I'm just like, what? Like, I'm having a good time. I've got s'mores.
Yeah.
She comes out of nowhere screaming. She's beating her ugly little skinny boyfriend, and I was like, what? What's the problem? We got s'mores.
Don't yell, there's s'mores.
Like, I was really confused. And then, everyone around us wasn't helping the situation.
No.
Like, somehow trying to diffuse it by making it worse.
And then
she came and just sat with us. I was like, well, this isn't what I think any of us wanted to happen. Like, this was not the solution that we were looking for.
This backfired hardcore.
Yeah, then she just argued with everyone.
Yeah, she just sat down there, just titties out, just, tits to the wind, and just arguing with people. And she's like, why? They're just boobs. They're here to look at.
Wow.
Well, all right.
The funniest part, though, there was some like, I wouldn't say little kid, but he was younger. He was a young, maybe like 17, 18 maybe. And he's sitting by the fire, and I could look over, and I could tell he's trying not to look, but I just catch him, like, every once in a while, I'm just like, glancing over.
Yeah.
Like, I feel a kid, I am too.
See it. It's a tit.
That's a tit.
Sit.
It's now legal in 6 states for women to be topless.
Good.
It just popped up the other day. I'm like, huh,
Good.
right on.
Do what you want.
Yeah. Just take your shirt off.
It's kind of
fine.
weird because it's the law is, I think, 10 and up. A girl has to have a shirt, but that just gets rid of that, which kind of makes it really weird for underage girls. But
Yeah.
so then at that point, it's like, well, does this make me like a sexual predator or some shit? Like,
I mean, it depends on what you do with said girl shirtless.
obviously, but
If
like,
she walks by walking her poodle, and you're like, oh, okay, that's all right. But if you're like,
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I mean, I still feel weird about it.
It's a lot of context.
yep.
It's like, yeah, I'm used to seeing nudity at shows. Like, there's been no shortage of that on, both sides of
The age,
Yep.
the gender.
Yeah, when it's naked coming out of the woods in the dark, screaming, it's different. It hits different.
It hits different. It hit
does.
different.
You know?
Then she finally left, and we're all just kind of sitting there, like Mike and I sitting there, like, the fuck just happened? Like what did I say before we coined Tit Witch? I was like, it was some weird booby swamp witch just shut up. And we almost killed Mike, and then somehow we got it switched to Tit Witch.
It had to shorten it.
Yeah,
It's catchier.
catchier. And then Tit Witch became a bigger problem in the next day.
It's not the first time we've been around a campfire with topless girls.
Oh
It
yeah,
seems like just a thing that happens.
we should
But
build a fire.
It was definitely the most uncomfortable
Yes, it was.
time of it happening. Just weird stuff. Like, every time we have, like, one of these big, like, shows or whatever, it's like, oh yeah, let's get weird, and, like, And then it does.
And then it does get weird.
And then there's like that one weird that's like, all right, we didn't want to go that direction of weird. We want to just have a good time, but you're just.
But that's
just
always the
weird.
direction it goes. It's never a
Yep.
good.
It's never a good weird.
It's just weird.
That's very true. I should stop saying "let's get weird," because it does.
Well,
Let's get weird.
I won't come here anymore.
That was a fun day, though. It was a fun show.
Yeah, shakedown's usually always fun.
If I camp out the shakedown next year, I'm not going to camp out the day before we play a show. Because after we played, because I slept on the ground the night before, and then we played, and I was just fucking done.
Yeah.
It's like midnight, and I'm just like falling asleep, standing up, just completely dead. Remember, like I left about 1 o'clock. I had to blare the music on my ride home, roll the windows down not to fall asleep. And when I got to my house, I couldn't get out of my car. Like my entire body was just like, fucked up, Dave.
Done.
You're not.
Just done.
You're only in your 20s for so long, man. You're about out of this. Getting old.
I hurt for you.
Getting old, man.
We both are. We both are.
Too old to punk rock.
All three of us are. We're all the same age.
Mike's slightly younger than us.
Really?
Yeah, can't you tell?
See how much livelier he is?
You 09 or 2010?
Oh no.
Okay, so we're all the same age.
I was like,
true.
I wasn't born in either of those years.
You know, I thought the same thing. I'm like, wow.
I mean, we're all 90s babies, right?
Yeah.
1990?
I was 90.
91.
Ah, shit, you are young.
There it is.
Youngin'. You're the youngest member of the band, aren't you?
Think so.
I was almost in 91. I was in November. So,
May, baby.
a lot of good shit came out in 90.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Us.
Cowboys from Hell, the Black Album. 10. Fucking
Like the number 10?
Pearl Jam 10.
Oh.
Rust in Peace.
They went 8, 9,
Yeah.
11. Really put something here.
Rust in Peace.
Rust in Peace is a great album.
Countdown to Extinction came out in 91.
Rust in Peace is probably my favorite album of
Countdown. Countdown's for me.
Countdown's good too.
I like the song Rust in Peace. That's a good one. Hangar 18.
Holy Wars is by far my favorite song.
I mean, yeah, that's what that's what I meant. It was Holy Wars, not Rust in Peace. Although Rust in Peace is a pretty badass song. No, I like Countdown to Extinction a lot more. I mean, Symphony of Destruction, Skin of My Teeth.
Skin of My Teeth is a good song.
Badass songs. I'm not even that big of a Megadeth fan.
I like Megadeth. I've seen them.
It took me a long
3
time to get
times?
into them because I really just hated Dave Mustaine.
Same.
It's like, I don't think Mike's a big fan of him either, if I remember
I still have
correct.
a hard time. Like, I like the music. I really can't stand his vocals.
Yeah, there's just certain
Like,
songs
there's a couple
that I...
songs that it works,
Yeah.
but
Hello, me, it's me again.
Yeah, I hate that song.
Yeah.
I hate Sweating Bullets.
I
I'm
like
not a
that
big
song.
fan of that song. Although I jam anytime I hear it, I'm just like, just bobbing along.
Got a bop.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like the music itself, his voice is just lacking.
Yeah,
in some songs.
honestly.
It's like if you just pushed a little more, it would match everything else.
Now he can't push a little more. He's got throat cancer.
Well,
He does. He
there
do.
you go.
He do.
Then again, Bruce Dickinson did too, and look at him now.
That dude is a fucking superhuman. Like, that dude's not...
Sure is.
Hetfield had to go to rehab.
Yeah, I didn't read
Yeah.
why, but I saw something.
No, he checked himself into rehab.
For alcohol?
Yep.
Or?
Yeah,
Yep, he's
they had to like cancel their Australian tour.
Randy Blythe from Lamb of God. He did some interview talking about it. Said when he was on tour with Metallica and somebody and some other band, James, like, this is like, it was like he was just starting to be like, all right, I'm miserable. I want to stop drinking, but I don't know if I can. James just straight up pulled him aside and talked to him about it and was like, all right, it ends today. And then and I guess the Metallica crew helped him stay sober.
Really?
Like, for like the rest of the tour. It's like, oh yeah, that's a great time to go to just decide cold turkey, I'm getting sober, is in the middle of a fucking rock tour with Metallica. It's like, but he's like, James is like,
I want to drink, but Metallica decided that I'm not going to do it anymore.
You know what? I respect that.
Oh, yeah, like my mom tried to get me to quit. But
honestly,
she's not Metallica.
honestly, if Metallica told me to quit drinking, which I don't even have a problem drinking, I'd be like, okay, yes, Metallica.
Metallica's one person.
Like, hey, you
Yes.
want to drink? Oh, no, James Hetfield.
It's kind of like
No.
It was like, no.
Metallica's one person. It's like that episode of Beavis and Butthead where they're watching This Love.
Oh, God.
And it's just like,
Damn it, Pantera!
God damn it, Pantera! Go mow the lawn!
Give me a beer, Pantera!
Beavis, get down. I am getting down.
God, I love me some Beavis and Butthead. It sucks though, because like you can find the show, but you can't find their clips they did with like music videos and stuff. I can't find it anywhere.
Nuts. I remember like it was so different growing up.
Yeah.
So I grew up mostly at my dad's house, and he wouldn't watch Beavis and Butthead because it was stupid. Then I go to my mom's side, and my aunts and uncles would be, which are basically almost same age as me, maybe like 5 or 6 years older, but they'd be watching Beavis and Butthead, and I'd be like, finally, I can watch this.
Yeah.
I remember, speaking of this, I remember watching Family Guy premiere.
Wow.
I watched it fucking premiere, I think in '99, and I was with my dad, and I was like, oh yeah, this show, it's about to premiere, it's supposed to be really funny, and my dad was like, this is fucking stupid. Turned it off.
I watched the premiere of SpongeBob.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was after the Kids' Choice Awards.
Yes.
When we were in 3rd grade.
Yeah. Boom.
I remember, I like that stupid ass detail. I remember it was like, yes, it was after the Kids' Choice Awards. Yes, we were in 3rd grade. I was there. I remember where I was at. Too.
There,
That's the sad
man.
thing.
Toby Keith concert?
Toby Keith concert? Oh my God. Oh God, that's a good story.
Tell it.
So it was me, Mike.
Do it for the fans.
Do it for the fans. Do it for the Vine. Me, Mike, Tyler, and Don, our original guitar player for the Chips.
Yeah.
Brian Martin.
And Brian Martin, maybe some other people too.
We need a Brian
remember.
Martin on this show.
Brian Martin would be great on the show.
I would love to have Brian on here.
We were at Pete's Diner after, I think it was after a show, or hang out with Don. So yeah, definitely after a show. And that Toby Keith song was playing on the radio. The
Which one? There's a lot of them.
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I like that one. I like Toby Keith.
We had been singing
like Toby
along
Keith.
to songs before that, loudly and obnoxiously, but probably cranked it up a
little more on that one.
Toby Keith.
Fuck yeah.
And some dude comes up, and he's like, "Hey man, I was there."
Slams his hand
On the
down
table.
on the table, and he's like, "I was there."
And I think Mike said, "You're like at the Toby Keith concert." Like, and then Tyler always says it because apparently I went because he was talking about he was a soldier and well, we should show more respect. I'm like, hey, I respect the troops. This is just a bad song. And he's like, whatever, do what you want. And started walking away. I think Tyler's like, I thought that's what we were doing, but okay.
Okay.
It's like I was just singing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, I disrespected Toby Keith
By jamming his
in
song.
the face of a U.S. soldier, and he wasn't having it.
And like I think Mike brought it to was like we were literally singing the right words. Like we knew all the words.
I know all of the words. Like, how am I mocking this? I mean, it's ironic.
I can get down on some Toby Keith.
I've seen Toby Keith in concert with my dad and my mom.
How was it?
It was good. It's really
Yeah.
good.
Except that one guy was there and he came and slammed
Yeah,
his hand.
slammed his hands down. I was there. Like, I know,
literally
me
pulled-
too.
He literally pulled a table out of nowhere and slammed his hands on him.
I was there. I'm like, we're currently here.
It made me feel like I was in trouble.
Yeah, he did.
Like I had to go to the principal's
Like,
office.
I'm a fucking adult.
I
And
think
felt
Don-
like I was in trouble.
Don wanted to kick his ass.
Don't you fucking hate that at this point in your life where we are certainly adults? I mean, we're pushing 30,
Yeah.
and you get that feeling of I'm in trouble. do you,
Yeah, it's
do you
like,
ever
oh.
still get that? Like,
yeah.
not even at like work or anything, but just like someone's just like, hey, and I'm like,
What did I do?
what did I do?
It's like the constant equivalent of like running through a hallway and someone going, walk!
Like, is this like, does our generation have some like weird PTSD of that in the 90s? Like where, or I don't know.
It's just like,
Did we just
it's
never
like
get
a constant feeling of someone's gonna tell me to walk.
Someone's gonna tell me to walk.
like so do we have like this PTSD thing where like our parents, like, they got over it and manned up and they can do man things, but like us, we're just like constantly in fear of being in trouble.
Yeah,
And,
pretty much.
like we need to be validated constantly.
Just a lot of anxiety out there.
Honestly,
I love my walk.
that was oddly
You know what
specific.
I mean though? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you're trying to mind your own business and then someone just pops in and immediately takes authority over you. Like, out of nowhere.
Like there have been times where I've had that feeling of, oh shit, I'm in trouble. Or
Wait,
then
what do
there
I
have been,
care?
but then there are times where I'm just like, who the fuck are you?
I kind of get in trouble with work doing that because my boss will do something. I'm like, what? Oh, he's my boss. Like, for a second there, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh.
I'm really quick when so luckily I've been friends with my boss for years. Like she trained me on my original jobs when she was an associate like myself. Then she became a team leader, and now she's a group leader. So like I'm really lucky that I can twist my tone to, like, if I'm gonna talk back to her, I'm just gonna make the tone be like
Just make it.
no, like I can immediately make it sound like I'm just being sarcastic and an asshole, and she just gives me that like, and I'm like, haha. But yeah, and then she knows when I'm mad because I'm fucking like, which is super rare for me. Like I don't think either of you have ever seen me mad, but people know it when I am.
Right.
Not that I do anything, but it's just like you can just tell.
I get louder when I'm mad.
I don't know.
But I'm pretty loud anyways.
I'm a lot more. It's a lot easier for me to get mad these days. Like the older I get, I'm just letting go.
Just letting
more
go.
and more. That fuse is getting shorter and shorter. And I'm just like now, like the littlest thing, like hey Blaine, what the fuck do you?
The fuck you want?
What?
Do you want cake?
Yeah, I love cake. Cake sounds great right now.
Give me some fucking cake.
None of that aggressiveness. I just immediately calm down. Like, oh yeah, cake.
Do a Limp Biscuit parody.
Give me some cake.
Give me something to cake.
Give me something to cake. I'll back your kicking face.
Full circle. We're back to new metal.
Hey, I love me some biscuit.
See, I never listened to much Limp Bizkit.
Me neither.
Me and Maddie were gonna start a Limp Bizkit's cover band. But it never happened.
Nice.
Soggy cracker.
Soggy Cracker.
Do you guys remember Flaw? The band Flaw? They're like a new metal, like a rap metal type band. I guess it's recently come out that their new album has like several songs on it that were straight ripped off of YouTubers.
Really?
Like, and not just one, but a few different, like, basically unknown YouTube artists.
They just took their songs.
And I listened to them. They are identical. Completely identical. Only the YouTube version doesn't have vocals. So I guess the singer reached out and was like, yeah, turns out one member of the band has been coming to us with these songs
And not telling them?
and not telling us, and now we are facing legal actions from these nobodies that are just trying to do stuff on their own. Like, and meanwhile, us, the big band that have already made it, like, we're just ripping them off. It turns out.
So now we know what to do for this random band challenge.
Yes.
Don't tell us.
Yas. We're just gonna be Slayer, or we can be band number 1 again. Band number 1, 2.
I thought about, like, with my first random band, I'm like, let's just cover Chip songs. Just...
Well, I brought the idea of, like, taking our song Heritage from band number 1 and just trying to at least the main riff, and just, okay, let's take that riff into this band and see what happens with it, see where it goes. Which I still need to do that. That'd be fun. Could at least give us one song.
We have...
I don't know what to do.
Currently, we have 3 songs. We have one done, like one song that has vocals and stuff to it. We have 2 others that are sound really good that I have stuff written for it. We just haven't practiced them with the vocals yet. And we have 1 cover. So technically, we have 4 songs ready to go.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. God, I had so much fun with band number 1. Oh my, so much
I
fun.
miss those guys.
I do too. I joked around. I guess I'm trying to think. The band Arcos. So
yeah.
they're looking for an opener for one of their shows coming up, and I was like, man, it's too bad I can't get band number 1 to open up for this.
My little, like, side project thing, Horn Dust, that I have, like, a little, like, I have a Facebook page for it. I got a message the other day.
The Citadel?
Yeah.
For a Battle of the Bands thing? Oh yeah, band number 1 did too.
They're like, yeah, she asked if Horn Dust was playing live because they were looking for bands. And I'm like, Horn Dust is me. I'm like, it's just me. I was like, maybe someday it could be a band, but I'm like, yeah, it's just me. And, like, I can't perform that.
Right, you can't do the drums and vocals and guitar. That's cool, though, they messaged you, though.
It was like, I literally haven't done anything on that page in, like, over a year. And suddenly I keep getting, like, likes and messages on it.
Don't you love it? Yeah, band number 1 got hit up by the Citadel too.
Yeah.
Fuck off, fly. Yeah. There's been a few different places doing these, like they're basically scam shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I understand, the Citadel keeps doing these pay-to-play, but it's a battle of the bands, so you gotta pay to play a local show. It's like, fuck off?
I think the Chips...
Yes.
I think the Chips played 1 pay-to-play, and I didn't like it. We did that. Wasn't that Wolves on Bears? Wasn't that the pay-to-play?
How do you...
I think we sold tickets.
Wolves on Bears, isn't that fucking Malice's band?
Yeah.
So you pay to play Malice's band?
I'm not proud of it, Dick.
I wouldn't be either.
I really don't remember how.
Fuck that dude. I don't care if anyone knows
Yeah,
him.
fuck Kevin
him.
Cox.
But, yeah.
Malice.
That dude personally, like, started shit with us for, like, no reason after that show.
Oh, he does that with everybody.
Well, maybe
Everybody.
slightly a reason, because we did leave that show.
Good.
But to be fair, we had a buddy in town that wanted to see Lucifist. And I was drunk, so...
You're bound to do anything.
Yeah.
What was that? The first time we played with them, we stayed.
Yeah, and they were talking shit that we didn't stay.
That was when it started. It seemed like
My hatred for Malice started at a very young age. So he's from Delphi.
Yeah.
So my dad and I, after school, we would go down to McDonald's, if you know the landscape of Delphi. So we'd be going down the South Hill or something like that. And one or two times, maybe more than that, there'd be this group of the fucking emo kids, the scene kids. And Malice amongst them, amongst the other people that are 15 years younger than him. Because that's who we hung out with. And they'd just be all walking side by side, middle of the road, like, or side of the road, but like taking up the entire
Like half
lane.
the road, yeah.
And my dad and I would just be behind them, like trying to get around. I was like, we can't get around you stupid fucking kids. So yeah, that was the beginning of my hatred for that stupid fuck. And then I started hearing rumors about him, like, I guess being wanted in Texas for like molesting some kid or some shit. I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past the fuck.
No.
The Texas Diddler.
Texas Diddler.
Texas Chainsaw Diddler.
Texas Diddler and the Tit Witch.
Oh my god. Texas Diddler and the Tit Witch. We're writing that shit.
Oh my god, next time we see Malice, we need to just be like, sup, Texas Diddler?
Heard you like diddling kids in Texas. We don't diddle. Frank's Little Beauties.
Now we're back to Crotein.
That was one of their songs, wasn't it? Frank's Little
Yep.
Beauties? Yeah.
Yep. I love how they had the dentist system.
Yes. They had the sign and everything.
And I actually had to, so I'm sitting there at work the other day, and for whatever reason, the dentist system popped in my head. And I'm like, what is, like, what? So I was trying for the life of me to remember what the whole system was. Demonstrate your values, engage physically.
Engage physically.
Neglect emotionally. I think. No. Nurture. Okay, so the first N is nurture. Like, I don't know.
God, I don't remember either.
The R and D's
like
on
you're
it.
gonna fail a test.
We are. It's called life.
Yeah.
The dentist system. All right. Demonstrate value. Engage physically. Nurturing dependence. Neglect emotionally. Inspire hope. Separate entirely.
Yep.
I love it because it's just so, god damn it.
Remember the Crotein show at in the basement? Mike just grabs me in the pit and screams "kitten mittens" in my face, and then goes out. Just kitten mittens.
So brutal.
So brutal.
So brutal.
So brutal.
I started using their opening track as the intro song for Happy Fun Metal Time.
Oh, really?
The 2 episodes we did it, or I guess 3 episodes we did it. We need to do that some more. We need to do some more Happy Fun Metal Time. We'll get the chips on there.
Yeah, we're not metal, but we'll do it.
Don't care. It's about music and harsher music.
We happen to know of music.
You do.
I know it exists.
You know, some.
Like, I guess this Saturday, I'm gonna get Arcos on here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you
So,
mentioned that.
By the way, if you want to be here for that Saturday,
I don't think I have anything going on during the
sweet.
day.
We're gonna have Kyle, Alan, and Lance.
I love Kyle. I don't know Kyle. I love Alan.
Alan, yeah, I've been wanting to get Alan on here for a long time.
Alan's gonna be great.
I fucking love
Alan's fucking
Alan.
hilarious.
Kyle's a good dude. He's the guy that basically took my spot in the band.
Oh no.
Even though I left and they brought back their old singer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They brought back their old singer and then they kicked him out again. And then they brought Kyle back. It was weird because when I was in the band, not much was really happening because I'm a really slow writer. They brought Kyle in as like a second vocalist. We were going to do the whole dual vocalist thing. And I was pretty stoked on it because I'm like, sweet, I don't have to carry the entire load. And then Kyle's like, yeah, I don't have time for this. Now he's the full-time singer.
Full-time singer.
He found time for it. Good for him though. He's very, very cool dude. He's from Delphi too, so I know him. I know his sister graduated a year before me. Like, know all of them.
Nice.
So, cool dude. I was really shocked when I found that out when he showed up. They're like, oh yeah, Kyle's gonna be in the singing with you. We'll give him your address or your number, and you guys can talk it out and maybe get together sometime and figure stuff out. So yeah, he comes over and I'm like, oh shit, Kyle. I know you. funny.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd be down to do that.
Yeah.
Co-host with you.
It'd be a fun, sweet time.
I love me some Alan. Like I said,
I do too.
I saw them once. They weren't.
Drenched. They were
Yeah, they were
drenched.
drenched. Yeah.
Yeah.
I showed up right. Like I think they were like a song in, and I just remember
Sweet.
seeing like it was at the Hideaway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Alan can fucking man.
Oh God, Alan is so good on the drums.
He's a great drummer.
So good on the drums because he does that fucking Norma Jean, Escape the Fate. Like he's big on all those bands. So God.
Mike's a hell of a drummer as well.
I know he is. He's a multi-talented dude. Are you participating in the gallery thing this Friday?
Yes.
Sweet. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, plug that shit.
Yeah.
Yes, we're supposed to be doing like a live painting and like selling. I'm gonna bring, similar to the Shakedown, I'll bring posters and shirts and stickers and all that, and be doing a live painting as well. There's like 5 of us doing it. I know a couple of them, but not all of them. And I think there's like some acoustic acts playing.
Yeah. I think my team leader's son is one of them.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Hunter Taylor or something like that.
I know Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah, Hunter. Is it Hunter Rains or Hunter Rains Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hunter.
yeah, it's
I know
definitely him.
Hunter. He's a.
Well, she said he does like gospel and like worship music, and I'm like, what's he doing at this?
Yeah.
But I mean, they make it work. They make it work.
He hangs out with like the Mulberry guys. That's how I know.
Okay.
him. He's a
Okay.
pretty cool guy.
Nice.
Yeah. What time is that? Because I have to work in the evening, but I was gonna stop by.
I'm not.
Yeah, we'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'm gonna stop by. I have to work, but I'm gonna stop.
Who's
by.
putting this on? Is it Casey or?
I think, I'm really not sure.
Okay, because I didn't know if it was like Jake doing his thing again or.
Yeah, cause it's one of Jake's like paintings that's like the image for the event on Facebook.
Yeah.
The whole F Your Gallery thing, which yeah, because
I think the F stands for fuck.
it does.
Probably. Yeah.
They had to censor
That makes sense.
it for the bar, but yeah.
A bar has to censor something.
But
That's
yeah, I thought
kind of weird.
A little bit.
I thought it was weird that Jake wasn't actually one of the artists on it.
Yeah. Because it's you. Chelsea's doing it, I think, right?
I don't know.
Tess is there too. doesn't
Tess.
he? Yeah.
Tess is. I know Maddie is.
John Elston.
John
Yeah.
Elston. He
And
He's from Delphi.
friended me on Facebook.
Yeah, same.
a couple others that I don't know. But yeah.
That'd be a good time. You know, it's been a while since I've been down to the pub and hung out with everybody. I'm looking forward to it.
I think I totally love doing the shakedown, but I think it'd be cool to do something that's more art than band.
Bands, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed. The shakedowns, like people like did give the artist love, but like there was a lot of people that just there just to drink and listen to music.
I mean, it's a good time. I always do well. I've done it, 3 years now?
Yeah.
Oh, 3 years.
I've always done really well at it.
I bought a bunch of shirts and stuff like that Friday. I'm like, all right, well, spent all my money.
Yeah, Miranda, she bought an Amused. She bought a Muse CD. I think she bought a shirt too. I don't know. She's been jamming that CD since.
I have that CD.
It's good stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, it's solid fucking pop punk. You know.
They're pretty cool dudes.
Yeah. Yeah. I sat and talked to their bass player singer, and yeah.
Oh, Mikey's a good dude.
Super cool dude. Talked to him some Star Wars and shit like that.
Mikey's a super Star Wars guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he is, and I fucking talked to him. I talked to him because I'm a super Star Wars guy. Yeah, like again, she's been jamming that CD, and so whenever I'm riding in her car with her, that CD's playing, and it's always playing, and it's just a solid record. You know, it's good old fucking pop punk. You know,
That's pop punk. No, that's what I call pop punk.
no, it's decent.
50.
Oh God, I can't believe they're up to like 60 or 70. But now that's what I call, because I started on Now One, which was a reboot, by the way, because they started
Kids Bop.
No, I never did Kids Bop, but no, they started Now back in like the 80s or some shit.
Really?
Yeah. So in like 96 or so, they rebooted it, and that one had like, I can't even remember what all it had on it, but I know it had Sex and Candy, if y'all remember that.
I do.
Marcy Playground. That's
Perfect. I had one of the Nows that had Sugar Ray on it.
Oh wow.
It was like maybe like 2 or 3.
Let's see. I had Now 8, and Now 13, and Now 14. I had those 3.
I think I had just had the one because I remember the very last album was Kid Rock. The very last song was Kid Rock.
Oh wow.
And it was the ball with the ball, the bang, the bang.
So that would have been around 97 or 98, I think, because that's when Devil Without a Cause was out. I remember. That was a good CD.
He's like, my name is Kid.
That was such a fucking good CD. Remember when they did that on The Simpsons? Because it was like the spring break episode or some shit. And they actually had Kid Rock on there with fucking Joe. Was it Joe C? The little tiny dude? Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I think yeah.
He died.
He died.
He passed away, but God, fucking Devil Without a Cause. What a fucking CD, man. That was a good CD. I don't care what anybody says. That was a good CD. Same with Cocky. I loved Devil Without a Cause and Cocky.
Oh my God.
That I grew up with Kid Rock.
And now he just kind of sucks.
Yeah. He decided to do like a ripoff of Sweet Home Alabama and Werewolves in London.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now he looks like Jeff Foxworthy in a wig.
That couldn't be more accurate of a description of Kid Rock.
I'm not wrong.
No. I literally just said you're not. Like this is the most accurate way you could describe, like physically describe Kid Rock in 2019 is that. God damn. God damn.
God damn.
GOT. God damn.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Ball with the ball. The bang, the bang.
Diggy diggy.
Up chuck the boogie.
Diggy set the boogie, said up chuck the boogie.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I can't forget
Yeah, you can't forget that.
That timeless classic.
Biggie with the boogie.
That the CD had fucking had Bought the Ball, had Devil Without a Cause, had fucking Cowboy. Fucking Cowboy. That thing ruled the radio for like a decade.
That's true. That's
Like
true.
that song did not leave radio rotation on like 3 different channels, like 102.9, 96.5, 93.5.
Yeah.
Like all of those channels fucking played Cowboy. It didn't matter who you were, you knew that song, and you fucking loved it.
You're like, I do want to be a cowboy, baby.
Cowboy.
And I think
I
like
should have been a cowboy.
Should have been a cowboy.
you know who probably did that song, but didn't do it nearly as well? Nickelback with Rockstar. Because Rockstar is essentially the same song,
Pretty much.
just exponentially worse.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's very accurate.
And I just came to this conclusion in my mind while talking about Cowboy. I'm like, wow,
That's pretty accurate.
the same song, just the music's different, the lyrics are different, but it's the same theme.
Yeah,
Like,
y'all just want to be big rock stars.
You want to be big rock stars, or you want to be a cowboy.
Want to be things.
And you're talking about all the things you would do if you were a rock star. You're talking about all the things you would do if you were a cowboy. It's like, it's the same fucking song.
Cowboy. Cowboy. I'm gonna listen to that song on the way.
I'm gonna listen to that whole fucking CD at some point this week.
Listen on my way to see wrestling tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna just go see some AE-Dub.
AE-Dub, it starts tonight.
You're gonna get some of the bubbly.
The bubbly.
The bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbly. That dude, Jericho, man.
I love Chris Jericho. I want to get his books because I want to read his books and get into his
I've heard they're really good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, you know? I mean, I wasn't let down when I got into Corey Taylor's books. So, because I'm a big fan of Corey Taylor and everything he does, but like I'm also a giant Chris Jericho fan, and I'm not even a big wrestling fan.
Jericho's cool, man. When I was a kid, I hated him. Now I'm like, all right.
I even liked him as a kid. I thought he was funny. He's just a funny dude.
When he was like the Lionheart, he was pretty great. But I was listening to, here's a plug. I was listening to Journey into Wrestling.
Don't spoil it for me. I'm not through it.
Oh, I was listening to Journey into Wrestling, and they talked about Jericho.
Yeah?
And Buckles brought it up, and I really agreed with his point.
What's his point?
That Jericho is really good at getting random things over. Like over with the crowd. Like, he got the word "it" over.
He's just so... He's got such a charisma to him, and, you know, he just knows how to, like you said, get the crowd to like something.
He can work a microphone like nobody's business.
Oh, my God. And then that translates into his, like, rock career, because Fozzy is fantastic. If you ever get the chance to see Fozzy, do it. By no means
They're big in Europe.
Huh?
They're huge in Europe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. By no means do I like all of their music. In fact, I kind of not a big fan of a lot of their music, but I saw them live, and it was just like one of the best shows I've ever seen, because Chris Jericho. Like,
he looks like a fat rock star dad now.
He didn't when I saw him. When I saw him, he was still pretty good in shape. Yeah, he's starting to Vince Neil a little bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Mike, do it, Mike, do it. Wow! I love it. Mike does it. It's the best.
The first time I saw that, I was crying. Like, that is it's still like the funniest thing on the internet to me. Just Vince Neil, like, totally mumbling. 1, 2, 3, wow!
So we had Keegan from Corridor. He was on here at like the week that we watched The Dirt on Netflix. So we wanted to talk about The Dirt, and Keegan's like, "Oh yeah, man, I remember I saw this video on YouTube about he makes us pull up and watch the fucking video.
It's that video, yeah.
It's just like it's like Kickstart My Heart, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like he's like just fucking mumbling everything.
He's got like backup singers, like female backup singers that are like hitting it perfect. He's just going. Mike and I watched The Dirt. I really liked The Dirt.
The Dirt was really good. Yeah. I mean, it definitely. I wanted to watch it because I didn't know jack shit about Motley Crue.
Oh.
And, you know, it made me have a lot more respect for Vince Neil and Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck about Nikki Sixx. Fuck him.
Yeah, I didn't know half the shit about Vince Neil.
Oh, I know.
I didn't know about his kid.
Like his kid dying. Yeah. Yeah, that made me, and then you look at him now and you're like, okay, you're a piece of shit now. So it's like, I don't feel nearly as bad, like, because it seems like you've, like, that really humbled him. as it should any human being to lose somewhat like a kid in that manner. But then for it to humble him, but then out of nowhere, here we are 20, 30 years later, and it's just like you just turned into this giant piece of shit. And then Tommy Lee, like, man, he was just about the music. Like, he just wanted to fucking, like...
That was, like, one of my favorite parts of that entire movie was just Tommy Lee. He was just, like, super happy to be there. Like, that one part when he invites his parents over, he's like, whoa, fake rock! Like, he's just, like... He's just, like,
and
super
his parents
happy.
were all about it, too, right? Mick Mars.
Mick Mars.
Mick Mars is just
Mick Mars. I didn't realize how much I love Mick Mars.
Oh, yeah. And he was played by the guy who played Ramsay Bolton in Game of Thrones. I'm like, shit.
I am the Mick Mars of yesterday's chips.
You really are.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is.
You absolutely are.
I'm the youngest and oldest member of the band.
Oh my god, that's so fucking accurate.
Very nice.
Yeah, definitely identified with him there.
Just some of the shit he would say, just like he was real laid back the entire time.
You're so laid back, but so grumpy.
Yeah.
Like there's that scene where he just lays back and is like, "I'm sleeping." It's like during a full blown party, he's like, "I'm gonna go sleep. I'm old."
I love how they always show like them swapping girls all the time, and then
yeah.
Like there was like one of their like producers or like their manager. They slept with their fiance. Wild shit.
Fucking Nikki Sixx just shooting up heroin the whole movie. Ugh, I don't care if he's sober now. Fuck him.
Dude, the dude that got to play Ozzy.
Yeah.
Spot the fuck on as young Ozzy. Just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, there's all those like stories about Ozzy, like, oh, he bit a head off a bat and on stage. It's like, yeah, that was fake, but
no, that happened.
He said it was fake.
Really?
Yeah, he said something about like, I don't know, maybe I don't know. It was
The story I always heard is that it was supposed to be a fake bat, and something happened where it turned out to be like a real dead bat.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. Do you remember this? This is 2004 Battle for Ozfest on MTV. It was either MTV or VH1.
I don't know if I remember that.
It was Battle for Ozfest. They took like X amount of people, and it was like they had to do shit. They were literally on tour with Ozfest, and they had to like do different things within the Ozfest camp. And at the end of it, they had basically like a battle of the bands where because each person that was involved had a band. So whoever was left at the end of this, their bands played at Ozfest.
Oh, wow.
In a battle of the band style thing. And whoever won got like a record deal and got to play on Ozfest. Like officially.
Huh.
I think the band called A Dozen Furies won. But that was the only time they ever did it, which kind of sucks because
we heard about them.
Yeah. They came out with like a CD. It was okay. It was like a hate breed, fucking, I don't know, like a hate breed, bury your dead type band. Yeah. Not exactly hardcore, but not exactly not hardcore.
You're not hardcore unless
you live hardcore.
You live hardcore.
And steal guitars from... Is it Guitar Center? I don't know. That kid went around stealing guitars.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you guys want to go ahead and call it?
It's up to you. You're the...
Yeah, we're an hour and a half in. I think that's a good point, you know. The fans and audience want shorter episodes, so whatever.
The fans and audience.
They're the same. Ish. Roughly ish. I mean, people voted on it. They voted that they wanted shorter episodes, so
fair enough.
I guess we're gonna give you shorter episodes.
Well, I have to go watch wrestling anyway.
Yeah, you gotta get out of here. I got some dinner to make.
Yeah.
So I guess if that's all, that is all. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah,
for
Mike,
joining.
thanks for being on the show.
It's good having you here. You have to do it more often. Dave, I love you.
I love you. Thanks for having me as your co-host.
Thank you for being the co-host.
Oh, I'll always be there for you there, baby.
And if that is all, please make every day a big dick day.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.